I just talked to my GP and apparently my CAT scan showed that I have enlarged ducts in my liver, but it's no big deal, nothing to worry about, but they want an MRI so that they can see it clearer, which I just think is so funny because I had a pelvic MRI, which is hard to get, and my doctor was like, can you add on abdominals so that we can just kill two birds, one stone, like her pain is the whole thing, let's not waste resources, and they were like, no. The procedure is you have to get a CAT scan first and then we'll give you the MRI. So I get the CAT scan, it shows I need an MRI, so they give me an MRI. But even if it showed I didn't need an MRI, they would still give me an MRI. So is the CAT scan just a tool to do what? I don't know. Y'all can tell me that. But I have an MRI on Monday, an MR enterography, and I'm like, so can we like try to add that on that? Like, again, I don't want to be wasting all these hospital resources. And he's like, yeah, they're not going to go for that either, so we're just going to have to book you another MRI. I'm like, someone else could have used that CT appointment. Someone else, like, it's just so crazy to me. I don't know. I said I talked to the gastro yesterday. He said there's nothing they can do. I asked about these cysts on my hip, if that could cause pudendal nerve entrapment, explaining the numbness and shooting, stabbing pain in the anus. And he was like, I don't see any referral for a colorectal surgeon here, so I'll send one out. But that pudendal nerve entrapment would be a nerve doctor, but we'll wait to see what the colorectal says before we send you to the nerve person. And I'm like, okay, but like, isn't the colorectal going to take 2 years? So like, could we put the referral in now just so that I'm not waiting on top of waiting? And he was like, oh no, I'll get you in before 2 years. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And he said not to worry about the liver thing, but I'm like, well, isn't like the liver acid? So if it's enlarged, there's a lot of acid coming out. That could explain why 50% of my problem is like burning acid coming out of my ass. Like that's my problem, is that I shit pure acid that burns and it's yellow, green, or orange. And he's like, well, it's minor on the scan, but I guess we'll see. And I said, doc, this is the sickest I've ever been in. I'm 130 pounds and I need to gain 15 pounds stat. So I'm full swing back on the green and I'm off the low FODMAP diet because we've concluded that this is not dietary related. And I was like defending, being like, it works better than morphine, and he was like, it's okay. It's totally fine. Yeah. Do what you gotta do. So yeah, now I'm in the part of my chronic illness cycle where they tell me there's nothing we can do and you just have to live through your suffering and pretend that it's normal. So that's what I'm going to do for the next year. And I'm going to get so burnt out psychologically and be unable to do everything again. And then I'm going to go through the 6-month fight of tell me what the fuck I can do to improve my quality of life. And then they're going to tell me nothing. And then I'm going to go through it. But I need to get back on my ADHD medication, which I can't take because it stimulates my bowels. So I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I'm going to get a gym membership. I'm going to go back to pelvic floor therapy. I'm going to eat eggs and chicken. I don't fucking know. All I know is I need to do whatever the fuck I need to do to cope, to take my ADHD medication, because I need to be able to function in society as a human, okay? And my ADHD medication, in some senses, counter-affects the cognitive impacts of the green. Something to speed me up and slow me down and spin me around and shut me the fuck down and kill me now and oh my god. So yeah, I'm going to gaslight myself again. That's the plan. Manipulate myself mentally into convincing myself that this is a life worth living. My quality of life is great. And I am privileged. I live in a beautiful home. I don't have depression right now. I have everything I could ever need in life. I'm very privileged to work from home and have a job that can accommodate my illness. And I'm very privileged and blessed and breasted up. Those, they're gone right now, but I'm going to gain 15 pounds. It's going to go straight to my titties, okay? So yeah, I'm just going to convince myself, as we do in this cycle where I go 6 months of saying, please fucking help me. I don't want to live like this. I can't psychologically handle it. And then I go a year of going, just kidding. I'm fine. Everyone lives like this. Everyone has to tuck their butthole in. Everyone has to dig their shit out through their cunt. Everybody, I'm sitting here right now. My fucking guts are killing me. And I feel so much pressure in my asshole, but everyone feels like this is not a big deal. Yeah, it's totally fine. I feel fine. Everyone wants to puke 24/7. Totally fine. It's fine. Woo! I'm gonna go to the gym. That's gonna be my hyperfixation. That's gonna make my body work a little bit better. Maybe that my energy will come out through my muscles and not through my asshole. Because my asshole is the only muscle I really be exercising, you know? But it ain't. It's my hands, so that's not true either. Okay, folks, back at it. Everything is fine. I'm fine. My life is good. My quality of life is good. I feel fine. And that's how I'm gonna get through the next 2 years. Part of me wants to, like, take my savings and just go get a fucking laparoscopy, spend 15, 20 grand, see if I have endometriosis. But if they go in there and they don't find anything and I fucking dropped all that money on a surgery and flew to goddamn Turkey or some shit, I'm gonna be pissed. Just like the MRI. Like, you guys were fucking crowdfunding for a fucking $1,800 MRI. And all it showed, well, that one would have shown this liver shit and the cyst in my hip. But it never even showed the adenomyosis. But I'm gonna gain 15 pounds. I'm gonna binge eat 15 pounds, which isn't even really useful because it's just gonna be, it's not going to my muscles. I have a really bad muscle atrophy, so I need to get in the gym and get, like, I'm 28. If I have hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos, I need to, like, really take care of my body, obviously, because I'm fucking already... And it makes so much sense now. I went to this chiropractor. I got a reminder on Facebook the other day. I went to this chiropractor when I was 16 because I had severe chronic pain. I had to quit sports because of it. And the doctor told me, you have the body of a 60-year-old woman when I was 16. And I used to be like, oh my God, that's so crazy. And now I'm like, oh, yeah, weak connective tissue. Makes perfect fucking sense, doesn't it? But I'm better than now. My body is... I feel like if a chiropractor looked at it, he would not say that now. Because I don't use it. But you guys have been telling me that you did that, and that I need to stop. Like, people have been saying, do you have joint pain? And I'm like, no, none. I haven't had joint pain in 10 years. Unless I choose to, like, stand for longer than 5 minutes or go for a walk. But I just don't choose to do that to myself. So that has to change. So I'm in control of my health. I have the power. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat well, and I'm not gonna fear the consequences because I'm gonna drill it into my head. This is not dietary related. You are not causing yourself to be sick. You have your life is awesome. Physically doing awesome. And maybe if I go to the gym, I'll be like, look at my body, it's awesome, it's so strong. Look at my body. Look at how I can smash these goals. Look at my body. Maybe if I just work out and give my body enough positive self-talk, it'll fucking cure itself. Let's be real. Positive self-talk. Something that is interesting is the gastroenterologist said he doesn't believe in SIBO. And I also don't think he believes in the study that I sent him yesterday either. Which is interesting, because I read that he said the testing is just not, and I'm like, yeah, breath testing, it's like 50-50. But I was like, what about stomach fluid samples? Like, that's a gold standard test for SIBO. And he's like, yeah, we used to do that, but we don't do it anymore. And I'm like, because the science isn't strong enough? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, that is the reason that I haven't paid for the test. So I am kind of with you, but I also am kind of desperate. And there is something to be said for the fact that I didn't eat for 7 days. And then when I did reintroduce food, I was like kind of okay for like 2 of them. So part of me was wondering, did I starve off all those bacteria that are eating me up? Okay, so yeah. Don't fucking comment on my videos, please, and tell me. Well, you guys are gonna do that because I look healthier. It's mental. I am presenting myself as a healthy, happy, smiling, glowing, person and I'm just gonna pretend, and then that's gonna come true.